reaching premium audiences, how streaming TV and first-party data are transforming entertainment marketing.
All right, premium audiences. I think all of us here would like to know the secrets on how we can reach them, right? And this is why we're here at AIBC Eurasia. You know, reaching premium audiences today isn't just about scale alone, right? It's about relevance, attention, and you know, I've been hearing this word all throughout the conference, trust. It's really about trust. Now, I am Jenny Ortiz Bolivar. I work with Sigma. I've been a journalist for 15 years. Well, bulk of that was with CNN, and now I'm covering this space. And I'm excited because I have three brilliant panel members. I want to give you a few minutes to introduce yourself briefly to our audience, please.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Jenny. My name is Andrey, and I'm leading the entertainment vertical globally for Amazon Ads. So Amazon Ads is a platform where you can reach premium users across multiple owned and operated media like Prime Video and Twitch, and also ensure you get decent results in terms of actual performance by running DSP campaigns. Happy to be here, happy to chat more about how our solutions could be relevant and effective for the vertical.
Right, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex. I'm General Manager for MENA region for OHM Agency. We at OHM Agency helping international brands to scale their businesses and products globally.
And of course?
Yes. Hi, my name is Vasilina. So I'm actually account executive for Tony, and we are working for strategies and marketing as well for this brand.
All right, now it's a very interesting topic because streaming TV, of course, I came from a traditional television background, you know, live TV broadcast for news. But then I've seen how streaming TV really have grown a while, like really for years. Now, I want to ask, ladies first, I guess, Vasilina, I want to ask, you know, could you please provide a high-level overview of the approach to the brand marketing at TonyB?
Yeah, sure, of course. Thank you for this question. But actually, you know, the logic is pretty simple here. So there is no like rocket science, but still, it's remain really important for us. So first of all, I want to say that building your brand, so at the top funnel, through premium streaming that we're actually talking about, it helps us to create trust and awareness. So, and before even potential customer will decide what he will choose, will decide about his activity, so we need to be there. We need to understand what's going on, yeah, in his head. So this is especially important in our competitive market, where like platforms becoming something that people remember, you know.
Yeah.
So that's actually the main point. And entertainment brands. So I think that entertainment brands that don't invest in this upper funnel activity, they just risk to become like, you know, unnoticeable, interchangeable. And that's why they ending up competing only for bonuses, only for promotions, but never for brand preference. So that's why we think it's important. And also, I want to highlight that the main idea is that this logic is actually proven by our case that we're speaking about today. We run case study with Amazon for Canada. And after we run campaigns for formats such as Prime Video, CTV, and Twitch, we actually saw that our brand metrics were consistently perfect. So they were over 100% increase in ad recall and awareness. And a little bit later, I will deep dive in the numbers. But right now, just we are sure that this is the right way for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I want to ask Andrey here, you know, why is upper funnel brand building critical for long-term success and, you know, in this very competitive entertainment landscape?
Exactly. So I think you mentioned this right now. we know the entertainment vertical is highly competitive, with a lot of new entrants coming to the stage every time. But I think the previous panel mentioned that trust and safety are the key factors for players to actually choose the provider, right? And except for like every vertical cares about top of mind awareness, right? You need to be there at the moment of decision making for your players. But this extra layer of making sure your brand is perceived as safe, the one that you can trust with your, basically connecting your like payment to this platform. It has to be safe, right? And this is why it's not just important to run, your upper funnel marketing campaigns, but making sure the inventory that you choose, the context where you place your brand, really conveys the same message. So when you are there with the, your best titles of Marvel on that are available on Prime Video, this is how you actually get the job done. This is how you make sure that your brand is associated with, top and high quality content. So kind of this is why the results that Vasilina mentioned were especially important for us.
All right, now I want to ask our audience right now, who has here heard about streaming TV or watches streaming TV? Heard or watch, all right? I see a few hands there. Now, the question is, why is streaming TV? Alex, I want to ask you, premium streaming platform deliver significant incremental reach. Of course, we know that, millions. I know the numbers. Sometimes I feel, because I'm from the traditional TV background, I feel like, oh, it's a threat for us. But when combined with traditional broadcaster TV, my background, how does this incremental audience exposure strengthen overall brand awareness and consideration for the entertainment platforms?
Yeah, sure. I would like to start with that. It's not a threat. I think it's an opportunity for traditional TV as well.
Yes.
Because when we are talking about connected TV, we can
At first it was a threat.
Yeah, but now it's an opportunity as well. Because when talking about connected TV, there is like different platforms and even traditional TV channels are available there, and you can now buy it via the DSPs from Amazon, for example. Talking about, I just want to add a little thing on the previous question. So we talked about trust, we talked about safety. This is very important part of why we're choosing premium audiences. But I also would like to add important thing about the engagement of the audience, because we can reach in a frequency like with usual TV, traditional TV, with the connected TV. This will be incremental, but the different part that is driven by connected TV and the premium of the audience is the engagement of the audience. The engagement is higher, and we know that the higher engagement helps us to drive metrics better. So the audience which is engaged, and we know based on digital measurements that I think we will discuss later. Based on these metrics, we know that the audience is more engaged and they perceive the message better, and then they convert better. So the economical effect of investing in connected TV is higher than like other media and traditional TV. And also talking about the incrementality, as you said, that connected TV drives additional incremental reach. It definitely helps us to build additional like touch points and additional frequency with the audiences who have seen the message on other channels. But more and more audiences is moving towards the connected TV, and it drives unique audience which is not available on other media, and it drives unique audience reach on higher frequencies, which we cannot do without this connected TV if we will be using other media. And our goal was to build fast reach and frequency on specific geographic, which we have successfully done with using this media.
Right now, I want to ask Andrey, anything do you want to add on that?
Yeah, so I think your previous question was about engagement. And again, let's maybe visualize your typical TV viewer. Again, it's a pretty premium audience in itself, but we like to say about traditional linear TV, the people are typically laid back. You might be resting on your couch after long day, and just be kind of casually having your TV on in the background. Whereas on streaming TV, you're not laid back, you are leaned in. You have your remote in hand, you select the title that you actually want to stream right now, and you actively choose, and you're actively in the moment when you are choosing this title. And this is where it's a perfect opportunity for the brands to connect with this engaged audience. This is how we're achieving this. Ultimately, this is how we achieve the numbers that Vasilina was mentioning.
Okay, now Vasilina, I want to ask you about the audience targeting for streaming TV. Can you talk to us about that?
I just want to add a little bit on that guys already told us. So that we have this opportunity of precise targeting on CTV, and we do not have this opportunity on our linear TV. So that is, of course, our main topic that we would like to continue with. Yes, so the targeting is the must.
Mass, of course. I guess that's okay. I think Andrey would like to add on that as well.
I mean, targeting is in a way for every vertical for every market. So targeting is super important to meet its core audience. But for entertainment, it has another angle, right? We know there are multiple policy restrictions around the geos across the globe that you have to strictly follow, to be in line with local. Legal framework, right? And this is what sometimes is tricky on your linear TV, but is very much controllable and actually enforced by us as a platform in terms of, let's say, age targeting, day parting, making sure you're not showing your ads over, the content that is intended for minors.
Okay.
This is how we ensure the message is delivered purely to the people that are indeed the target audience of brands like TonyB.
Right now, I think during the pre-discussion, I think we all agreed we're gonna talk about Prime Video's premium position. Well, okay, Prime Video is the largest ad-supported streaming service worldwide, and it reaches millions of monthly users with thousands of premium titles. How has its status changed the way entertainment brands approach their media strategies compared to traditional broadcasting? Maybe Andrey, you can.
I'll kick things off.
Take this.
Obviously, thanks for mentioning this. Prime Video is indeed the largest ad-supported streaming in the world. So why I would say it's a perfect match for your typical entertainment brand? One, the content. Prime Video is home of a lot of action movie, drama movies, and TV shows that have a natural affinity with entertainment audience. I think most of you are following Fallout, super successful TV series based on, again, another major gaming IP, along with other titles from Marvel like The Boys, Reacher, shows like this, right? So the content is the king for Prime Video as a streaming. The second bit is, again, our first-party data that is available for advertisers to tap into to make sure this perfect match between the audience that they're trying to reach is actually achieved, right? And this, again, comes back to the user patterns that we kind of learned about the Prime Video engaged audience. And finally, again, going back to the point mentioned before, we are able to make sure that the content that entertainment brands place their ads over is compliant, meaning everything that is intended for, let's say, teenage audience or everyone under 18 is definitely not included into the inventory where we can allow entertainment brands to advertise. So yeah, this makes Prime Video a perfect fit for your typical entertainment brands in regions like Canada, and I think that's what's enjoyed by brands like TonyB.
Yeah, maybe Vasilina, can you expound on how you know about audience targeting and Prime Video? How was it for you guys?
Well, I can tell you about TonyB, target audience. So it's actually a male. Of course.
Of course.
Yes, 25, 54, I would say. It's like our core audience. So, and as Andrey says, we were super happy where we can give this audience the relevant titles. So, Andrey already mentioned Fallout, The Boys, Reacher. We have also Bosch. So, this is actually one of the most popular TV series that we get from Amazon. So that was our key.
All right, now let's. Anything you want to add, please?
I just wanted to add that thing that we need to expand the narrative about audience to audience and content, because when we're talking about like premium, it's not only audience premium, but the content is also premium. And whenever you target the premium content, you get the better results. So, and as we know, as we like discuss Fallout and the other different series brands, they help us to drive results for the client.
Right. Now, live sports on streaming TV, it's really very popular. It's becoming really a trend. You know, it attracts audiences younger than traditional sports broadcasts. I guess it's because, you know, streaming TV, it's available anytime, anywhere. No, and we know that everyone's on their phones or tablets and really on the go. Now, with higher average view durations, must say, you know, so what makes live sports streaming such a powerful vehicle for reaching high affinity entertainment audience? I think we've keep on touching that. I want to go back to Alex on this.
Yes, I think I can start that with mentioning that people who are watching sports, they're much more engaged than average audience. Like based on the statistics, for example, people who are watching sports, they better remember brands, and also they buy the average check is higher than the other people. So that's why when we know that this audience is very desirable for brands, because it's easier and faster to build the trust that you would like to build and to drive the message that you would like. So that's why I think this is the key point why brands are interested in the sports audience.
All right. Andrey, any thoughts on live sports on streaming TV?
Yeah, sure. So I think previously, again, we were talking about Prime Video, which is what we call an owned and operated inventory of Amazon, right? But we know there is a lot of demand for live sports. Sometimes there is a misconception that, like, okay, younger generation doesn't watch TV as much. No, they actually follow live sports even more than before. But as you mentioned, it's in their, let's say, smartphone or actually over on their smart TV. And at Amazon, we are focused to ensure that we deliver this live sport experience to users across our main markets. This means that whenever, obviously, we own the rights to some of most prominent major leagues like NBA globally. Also, we are very well known for Thursday night football in the US. However, in some markets where we, let's say, have more limited first-party supply, we do partner with the largest TV networks, all local owners of broadcasting rights, and making sure we make this inventory available for our entertainment advertisers on Amazon DSP. Meaning, you can easily tap into this live sport inventory that is relevant to the local market, that is from the largest kind of players in the market, accessible to entertainment brands, thus ensuring maximum relevancy. Also, one important, it's more of a technical feature of our ads platform. Let's say you are working with like the inventory of your major TV channel, whether it's Canada, whether it's Mexico, or any other market. We've recently introduced what's called live event optimization, a feature that you can enable to ensure your ads are only shown where we know there is a live game broadcast going on. This makes Amazon DSP like a perfect choice for entertainment brands focused on live sports.
All right, very interesting points. I want to ask our audience here, Twitch. Who heard of it? Twitch. Okay, I know, me too. So the next topic is about that. Twitch, we all know it reached millions, of course, of monthly uniques who are actively engaged in entertainment content. How can entertainment brands leverage Twitch or this kind of platform to be present during critical moments of game discovery and community engagement? Anyone who wants to take this on?
Let me quickly start because again, Twitch is another owned and operated service of Amazon, and I think Jenny, you mentioned game discovery. I think this is what is super critical for advertisers that are willing to make sure their product, their brand is discovered as well. Because again, this is what people love Twitch for. This is why people are streaming on Twitch. They're there to discover, right? And being in this moment of game discovery works really well for our entertainment brands. Also, it's pretty obvious, right? But Twitch platform is skewed towards male. On average, we have around 65 to 70% of male audience. It varies by market, but it's definitely skewed towards male. Again, kind of a natural fit to what your typical entertainment brand will be looking for. And also, the audience has a high affinity towards gaming, an experience which like your typical entertainment brand will be offering anyways. So it's a very easy, segue from the content that the people are streaming on Twitch towards the kind of the actual brand of our advertisers. So I would say,
Vasilina, anything that you want to add to that? How is it for your brand in terms of using or leveraging the platform?
Yeah, so for Tony, Twitch is actually a really natural fit because we have males there, and all of that, their audience finding their home for esport, So it's actually like really affinitive for our vertical. So yeah.
I can also add about Twitch why we recommended it to use because like 75% of Twitch audience is using Twitch as a first screen or second screen device while they are watching live sports. And as we previously discussed, live sports is a very engaged audience, and we know that this audience is heavily using Twitch. That's why Twitch is an obvious choice for us.
Right, and I think what I'm learning here is picking a platform, an STV, should fit what should be a fit for you, your company. Right? Now, I want to ask and go to measuring premium media impact. That's very important because, of course, before you go to a streaming TV, you have to know, what impact will it have to our, company. So beyond traditional metrics, what KPIs actually are you looking to or you are tracking to demonstrate, the value of premium streaming investments in building awareness of the brand, ad recall, and of course, long-term customer lifetime value? I want to ask Vasilina on this.
Yeah, I just want to share that, of course, brands need to track all the brand lift metrics that we have. So first of all, consideration, favorability, awareness, and so on and so on. So, and in our case, we actually also do so. And as I mentioned in our first question, the results was great because we understood that we need to build our company instead of frequency. So first of all, our results shown that if we have frequency from 5 to 10, our awareness and ad recall instead of BLS results are higher than 100%. So, and even if we are checking only frequency by 10, we saw that our results was higher than 200%. So that shows that you must choose high frequency and, of course, track all brand metrics all by the way.
All right, Alex, KPIs, metrics that we need to have or to know to measure, the impact.
Yeah, I think there's it's a long discussion about the KPIs, but to make it short, the key ones is usually the easiest ones are reach and frequency, which is like reporting KPIs, I would say. Then for brand metrics, it's very important what we are doing, what we've done here, and we're always doing with branding campaigns, measuring brand lift. And here, it's when we talk about digital media and CTV specifically, it's very easy to get quick and reliable results on brand lift. So from awareness to consideration to favorability. But on top of this, we also can measure and measure the branding effect on the performance, like on the end consumer, either conversions, either like site visits, app installs, and what people are doing inside of them. And then like on top of this, we can also build a measurement system when we measure like path to conversion from the branding. We know which specific media are helping user to finally convert, and what is the impact of each specific media. So this is like the end goal for us, to make sure that we are measuring everything, and we know exactly what of our efforts helped user to finally convert.
And can I add that?
Of course.
Yeah, so our goal here is to build a system to connect like our upper funnel and lower funnel users to understand what's going on. So it's some kind of an ecosystem. So that's why we're starting from this and going back down.
Right. Thank you for sharing that. Now, I want to ask Andrey about full funnel integration. With the performance-driven tactics, we've heard some tactics there, to create a cohesive journey from discovery to conversion. How can entertainment brands integrate these streaming TV campaigns?
True, it's probably the holy grail question of the whole approach to upper funnel. Again, as Vasilina just mentioned, this is something they dedicate a lot of analytical effort internally in terms of how to build this methodology to track the upper funnel investment. One thing I would mention here is, speaking of brand lift studies, right? My recommendation would be not to just look at the top line number, but actually dive deep into what is driving this increase in whether it's overall brand awareness or ad recall, right? And finding these patterns, finding what actually moved the needle. What was the most impactful thing that actually drove, let's say, increase in brand recognition? And this is what you can easily do with Amazon's brand lift studies. We will give you this option to dive deep into frequency, to a particular gender and age group that demonstrated the best results, right? But also, ultimately, you need to close the loop with performance. I'm proud to say that we've recently introduced a feature that we call CTV for app installs. Obviously, a lot of entertainment brands value their performance on their apps, and the majority of actual gaming happens within the app. So what we are able to do now, and supported by industry partners like AppsFlyer and Adjust, we are able to attach your app conversions, app events, basically the behavior of your users within your app to your connected TV campaigns. And this is something I would say is pretty groundbreaking. It's pretty new to the industry, meaning we are able to connect and match the audience that has been exposed to your streaming TV, to your connected TV ads, and then immediately took action, whether it's an install of the app or if someone has reactivated and started, let's say, depositing on your app. And this is how, with this additional layer of reporting, we're able to connect the upper funnel to the actual, deposits and monetary events that are happening in the apps.
All right, now I wish we have more time, but I need to wrap up. I do have a final question for the three of you, just one sentence each. I need to manage the time. What is the single biggest shift entertainment brands need to make today? Who wants to go first? Just one sentence each.
Staying really agile and following the latest trends and basically following the audience, because we are ultimately there to serve our users. So, and we are here to give the tools to do that.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Vasilina.
I want to say that brands should find the place where emotion comes, for example, live sports or whatever, and stay there as much
Yeah.
as they can.
Of course, Alex. One sentence.
I would say importance of brand building. It's the core of everything.
All right. I'm sure everyone picked so much from this discussion because I did. Thank you so much to our panel members. Please give them a round of applause. And to all of you who stayed with us, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the expo.
Thank you.
Thank you.